We will start with Carey's neighborhood, which is Whitestone. It is comprised mostly of white and European communities and also has a minority of Asians. Carey uses the Q16 bus to commute every day as there are no subway stations nearby. Carey has been living in Whitestone for almost 7 years now and loves it there. Her neighbors are great people as she described. They are very friendly. There is a good mix of people on her block. The mix includes Italian, Korean, Chinese, and Greek. There are some popular spots in Carey's neighborhood where people go for shopping or just to hang out, especially during the weekends. Some of them mentioned by her were Utopia Bangle, which is a popular bangle shop, and Riviera Italian Restaurant, which is an Italian restaurant run by a family. There is a house in her neighborhood which belongs to a retired firefighter. He loves to decorate his house with Christmas lights every year. He uses more than 300,000 lights, and a lot of people take pictures in front of this house because it looks so good.
So Whitestone is a community over in Queens, often forgotten, but the neighboring neighboring cities that is more recognizable will probably be Flushing and Bayside. It is a small community over in Queens, predominantly with Caucasians, but the community has changed over the years. Been here for probably around 6 to 7 years, and I think this is a great place to live. So, I was born and raised in Queens. I spent most of my life over in Elmhurst. It is a very convenient area in Queens, next to multiple train lines. However, I chose Whitestone as a place to purchase my house because of I feel that it's a safe neighborhood to be in while being very close to many transportation hubs and having the ability to travel to different places for food, shopping. It is very easily accessible, yet it gives you that small rural feel. Sure, I think there's a lot of things that has changed in this neighborhood since over the last 6 to 7 years. The average age of the people living here has changed a little bit. I think it's attracting a younger crowd, a demographic of young professionals moving into the Whitestone area. It is still only a express bus away from the city, so a lot of people are finding it quite convenient. Yet they just like my thoughts when I first moved into this neighborhood. It gives you that sense of security, the sense of safety, while being able to travel into the city. So I think the average age of the residents has gone younger, and I do feel that there are more Asians moving into the Whitestone area. Just a 15-minute bus ride west of Whitestone, you have Flushing, which is a predominantly huge Asian community, and a lot of people who's looking for the convenience of Flushing has slowly migrated into the Whitestone area. So I think there's more Asians living here, and it's a younger crowd of people living in Whitestone compared to 6-7 years ago. 6-7 years ago, when I first moved here, I would say the average age is probably closer to 50 to 65, with a huge number of retirees living in Whitestone. Over the last 7 years, I've noticed a larger amount of the working population moving in. So there definitely has been change in the demographics. Sure, that's an interesting question, because and I think in New York, with safety and security comes a sense of inconvenience. I grew up in an area where I can walk 2 minutes away to a bodega, several different places open 24 hours a day. And in Whitestone, there isn't a whole lot of that kind of shops. So in order for me to purchase anything or buy anything, although it's a short car ride away, it still is a place where I need to drive to pick up anything, from a simple going to buy an apple, let's just say, it's still a 5-minute drive away. So I definitely would like to see a few smaller shops to make this a more convenient place to live. However, if that means sacrificing the safety and security of the neighborhood, having the ability to feel safe walking out at any time of the day, I wouldn't want the shops there. So the only thing I would say is missing is it's the convenience, and if they can make the local buses run a little more often, I would certainly appreciate that. But other than that, I think this is a great neighborhood. I don't think it's a great community. It has everything I'm looking for from anything I'm looking for. So is there something I would change? Sure, but with everything in life, I think there's a trade-off, and I think it's still what it is right now. It's definitely something that's suitable for my lifestyle.
Now we move on to Steve's neighborhood, which is Bayside. It is an upper middle class neighborhood which was established in the 1600s by English land grantees. Several people from different communities like Italian, German, and Irish American got fascinated by this neighborhood and eventually decided to move in. Also, in the last 20 years, people from Korea and China stepped in, making it more diverse. Bayside itself is divided into 4 neighborhoods: Bayside Gables, Bayside Hills, Bay Terrace, and Oakland Gardens. The transportation system in Bayside comprises of a line of buses, which includes Q12, Q13, Q16, Q27, Q28, Q30, Q31, Q76, and Q88. Some buses go express too, like the QM2, QM3, and QM20. As Steve mentioned, Baysiders have an amazing multicultural place comprised of food places, shops, churches, etc. The place is called Bell Boulevard. Several education institutions are located in Bayside, like CUNY's Queensboro Community College.
Can you tell us the name of your neighborhood, please?
Bayside.
Okay. What is the most significant part from Bayside?
I think the Bell Boulevard.
Why?
Because it has a lot of restaurants, multicultural restaurants. It has bars. It has the major banks. Public transportation is really good. We have parks in here. We have the community college in here. And we have the best high school too.
That's cool. Can you tell us about the public transportation? I mean, what do you have around you?
Well, we have many buses that take us to Flushing, which you can get connected from Flushing to many other buses that will take you to the city, will take you to the Brooklyn, will take you to the Bronx. We also have the LIR that will take us to Long Island, and it will also take us to Penn Station to Manhattan. And they have buses also that could connect it from Queens to Manhattan straight.
Oh, cool. Actually, what are the main highways that you have around you?
Oh, that's really good. We have the Long Island Expressway. We have the Crows Bronx Expressway. And we also have the Clearview.
How long are they from you?
Clearview is like 5 minutes. Long Island Expressway might take me 10 minutes. And the Cross Island, another 10 minutes.
From here?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of cultures can you find in your neighborhood?
Well, the majority is the Asian culture. And then we have some Italians. There is very few African Americans and very few Hispanics culture in here.
Do you learn something from your neighbors?
I think the respect, because the communication is very respectful. Like, they don't communicate, they don't get into your lives. They just come into their own houses, and they really don't get too much in contact with everybody else.
Also, what are the things, like in a walking distance, you have around your home?
I have, like, probably 4 blocks away from me, I have the Mercedes dealer. I have the Nissan dealer. I have a bank, the Chase Bank. It's like about 10 minutes walking. 15 minutes walking, we can go to the public library. We also have parks. What else do we have? Oh, we have auto parks too. Pretty much we can have access to everything because it's really close around here. Okay. No more than 30 minutes walking distance. We have supermarkets, pharmacies, CVS.
Party City.
Party City.
That's true. What do you feel around this community? You say the Asian community, Italian community. How do you feel around them? Do you like them?
Yes, I like it. I like the multicultural. New York's a melting pot, so I like it.
What did you choose this neighborhood? I mean, would you like to change it for other one, or you feel like you belong here?
I like this neighborhood because of the convenience of the transportation, all the facilities that we have, the supermarket, restaurants, everything is so walking distance, is close to me, so I like it. I could have access to anywhere, the education, the schools, everything is right around here, and it's good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are now going to explore Iqbal's neighborhood. He lives in Ozone Park, which is an urban neighborhood that is located in the southwestern section of the borough of Queens. It is a diverse neighborhood with several different communities residing. In the late 19th century, Ozone Park only had people from Germany and Ireland. Slowly, people from other places began to move in, and by 21st century, people from Latin America, South Asia, the West Indies, and South America moved to this neighborhood. Ozone Park's transportation system includes numerous bus routes like the Q7, Q8, Q10, Q11, Q22, Q24, Q37, Q41, Q52, Q53, and Q112. Also, the B15 runs express. People can also use the subway. The A train runs through this neighborhood. Iqbal mentions that there are a lot of schools in Ozone Park. The education system is very good in this neighborhood.
I'm in the Sanford slum. I've been living in this neighborhood from last year. I'm studying public accounting at Brooklyn College, and I like this neighborhood very much because the people who live around here, they are so friendly and they are so helpful.
Okay, so you said you moved into this neighborhood last year. So why did you move to this neighborhood?
Because the place I used to live is in the upper side of the Bronx. The people who live here, because we came from the immigrant family and our parents lived back home, so we need someone that they love and care about us like our own parents. So that's why I just moved this community, because all the people who live around here, they are all from our back home. So sometimes they care about us, and they always take care of us. And sometimes, whenever the occasions come, they invite us, and we feel like we live in our own homes. That's why.
So what is the most beautiful thing or good thing about this neighborhood? You learned it so far.
The beautiful things to live in this neighborhood, because whenever you fall in troubles and you will sick, the people come to you and to take care of you. Sometimes they ask you for if you need any kind of help. If you think you are hungry or thirsty, they will take care of you. They will call you that, are you hungry or are you thirsty? Just come to our home and treat us like your own parents, own friends. That's why I like this neighborhood.
What is the most convenient thing do you find in yourself in this neighborhood?
Because I'm the practicing Muslim, so because the place I'm living right now, there's so many mosques around here, so I think I can practice myself too. So because the most convenient part in this neighborhood, because I'm the practicing Muslims, and there's very good things to practice religious here, because the place I'm living right now, most of the peoples, like 80% of peoples are Muslim, and there's so many mosques around here, and the food I eat, because those should be halal, because this should be permissible for our religions, and the halal food is very available here. So whenever I go in these neighborhoods, I can find the halal food. So I think that that's the most convenient part in this community.
So after you have been living that for a long time, I mean, I would say like you have been living here for 1 year, more than 1 year. So do you think that you belong to this neighborhood or not?
Yes, I think so. I belong to this neighborhood because they're all my own peoples, and they think like me, and they treat like me. That I like to treat from other peoples. So whatever I need the good feelings from the peoples. Sometimes I feel so lonely, and sometimes I miss my families and my mom and dad. So the people who live around here, and their cultures and the traditions is matches with me. So that's why I think it's the most common part.
Well, Islam, it's really good to hear your talk about the neighborhood. So, do you think? I mean, what do you think about this neighborhood? That the other religion, other ethnicity, other race people living with your community in this neighborhood? I mean, how do you see them? Do you see them differently, or do you see them like very close to yours?
Yeah, because I see them very closely, because here it doesn't matter that what religion you're practicing right now, because I'm Muslim, that's why I practice Muslim. Because I have respect from the other religions too. I have so many other religious friends. I have Catholic friends, I have the Hinduism friends, and we all respect our own religion, each other. So I think they're all friends, so we live together, and whenever we have problems, we share our feelings and everything. So I think, we are some cooperatives to make sure that we live happily here.
Last but not the least, we are going to look at Mina's neighborhood, Glen Cove City. It was founded by Joseph Carpenter in 1866. Since the Native Americans settled, Glen Cove has had a great history. It transformed from a small village to a wonderful city on the north shore of Long Island. Glen Cove was a part of Oyster Bay from 1866 to 1918. But as the population kept increasing, certain people demanded separation from Oyster Bay, and Glen Cove became an individual city. Mina mentions that there are a lot of fascinating places in Glen Cove, and the best is Morgan Park. Others include fitness clubs, restaurants, shopping places, and some wonderful beaches.
Well, here it's more of a tight-knit community. Everybody here knows each other, everybody here grew up together. A lot of the adults, even the youth, they all go to the same school since they were young. And the neighborhoods, they're very active, and everybody here knows each other by name. When I first moved here, I got more of a public job. So working at Starbucks, I was able to meet a lot of new people and network with a lot of people. And in the end, it's just like you can't go anywhere without saying hello, without seeing them at the supermarket, without meeting them at the beach or seeing them fishing or in the gardens. Like everybody here knows each other. So I felt like I was absorbed into the community really easily. And I eventually feel like I made a name for myself with these people. One of my favorite places to go is the Wellwyn Nature Preserve. And what it is essentially is a beach, a nature preserve, and a Holocaust center. And so you could walk through the forest and see a lot of really cool artwork, some like old buildings that are abandoned in the forest, and you run through these trails and then you make it to the beach, and it's a beautiful place and a lot of open grass. We're here right now at JP Morgan's park, and it's right by the water, so in the summer there's fireworks, and the 4th of July is pretty cool here. And, like the surrounding cities everybody has like the same mentality. Essentially our major attraction, I guess, are beaches and open fields. The best way to get here is probably taking the Long Island Railroad. We have 2 stations in Glen Cove, so Glen Street and Glen Cove. There are buses that take you from Mineola, and there are buses that take you straight to Manhattan from like that take you straight into the city from like Northern Boulevard. But essentially there's one road coming in, and that road is Glen Cove Road, and it's right off the highway. And you drive it all the way down and you end up in Glen Cove. And you will be confronted by our large fire department. And then that's it. Mainly by word of mouth. Everyone here is very friendly, so you can ask anybody anything, and they'll have a full-on conversation with you. So I learned about, I found the library when I was in school, and they had a few classes and people would meet there. So again, you sit around in Starbucks, the Starbucks is really close to the library, so you bring your coffee right in. But mainly I found out about these things by word of mouth and through the high school and the school district.